Okay, so the purposes we are discussing. So in this, one of the purpose or advantage of view is what now? Security. So we said, guys, here the security how it was providing means in the two levels it was providing security, guys. Here one is we called as a row level security as well as a column level security. It will be provided here. Okay. Now, so row level and column level, that explanation also I was given in the last session. Okay, so column level, how we can hiding the specific columns, and in the row level, how we are hiding. Okay, so these are the 2 points we discussed here. Okay, fine. So now this is row level security as well as okay, column level security we discussed in the last class. And the next one is what now, guys? Here the view, one more advantage is what now? Okay, it will be using okay to okay save okay your SQL query. So that means whatever the query we return, that means some queries are very oftenly we need to use. Okay, very oftenly we need to use. So in your requirement, so we are using a specific query, number of times we are using, multiple times we are using one specific query in my project or in my work operations. Yes or no? So in that cases, why should we need to write the same query again and again, number of times? Why should I want to write? So instead of that, the people, what they will do, so very oftenly, whatever they will be use it here, okay, which queries they're using very oftenly in their projects. So those kind of queries, they will be keep under views. They will be kept into views. So that means it was saving SQL query. See, view doesn't save data. Okay, we said view doesn't save data or doesn't store data, but view, with the help of view, I can save my SQL query. The query I can say it. So which query we are using very oftenly. So that queries we can save under view. Okay, so that is one advantage of this. And the third one we called as a, okay, to check integrity rules also. To check integrity rules. So what is the mean by integrity rules means already we discussed, like a primary key, foreign key, check constant, as an unique, not null. So these are called as a, okay, we called a we called as what now? Okay, so now to check integrity rules. For example, what does it mean by integrity rules we need to check means? For example, suppose this is your table. Okay, so on this table, suppose we have some, okay, so X and Y and Z, these are the columns. In my X column, suppose I was applied here primary key constant we have already. So exactly on this table, suppose if I created a virtual view, then what happened, whatever you created here, so the view also I can create on this table. So with the X, Y, and Z. Okay, but your primary key, whatever you applied here, this constant rules also automatically, it will be applicable for your view. Okay, so that means, so now user inserted one. If I inserted one, what happened? So one is going to be, this query is going to be executed on table and one will be stored here and this will be reflecting into your view. And second time I'm inserting two. The two is inserted into table and two is also stored here and that was reflected into my view. But in the next time, if I try to insert a second number one more time, two on my base table through a view, then this two is not allowed. Why it is not allowed means your table X column is called a primary key and the primary key column is not allowed to duplicate values. So that's why when you inserted, okay, some data through a view on a base table, when your base table is having some integrity rules, immediately those rules will be affected on your view and data will be not allowed. Okay, so this kind of integrity rules also we can check it here while you are sending the data through a interface that is called a view. Okay, this is what. And the next one is called as, guys, here. Suppose when you have a complex queries are there. So whenever these complex queries, when you convert into simple query, so there also we are using views. Okay, so complex queries are converting into simple query. The complex queries means what now? Some very lengthy queries we are writing. So very lengthy queries we are writing now. So when we are writing the lengthy queries, okay, now, so those queries, okay, we need to convert into simple query. Okay, then there also we can use views to converting complex queries into simple queries. Okay, so these are the some advantages of your view, guys, here. Okay, so how the why views we want to create. Okay, that kind of okay situations we can go it here. Now let me see. So one by one, we will check it out here. But before I want to check here, so first of all, I know the types of views, how many ways I can create my views means here two ways we have here. One is we called as a simple view, is a one type of view. And second one is called as what now? Complex view. Okay, so here simple view, even though we called as a updatable view also we called because data manipulations are possible, and this is called as a non-updatable views we called. Non-updatable view is also called. So these are the two types of views we can go to design, guys, here. One is simple and second one is complex. Okay, now let me see what is simple and what is complex. Okay, let me come out. The first thing is simple view. So simple views when we called as, guys, here means, so when we access, okay, the required data from a single base table, then it is called as a simple view we called. Okay, so the view is what now? Simple view. When we call simple view means when we access the required data from a single base table, then it is called as a simple view. Okay, now, right. So now the simple view, okay, this simple view, that is through a simple view, through a simple view, we can perform DML operations. We can perform DML operations on base table. Okay, because simple views are supported DML operations. So we can insert, update, delete. So that kind of operations we can performing on base table through a simple views. Okay, so whenever you will be perform data manipulation language commands on your base table through a simple view, so that the type of views called as a, so that simple views, so that simple views, okay, is also called as okay, updatable views also we can say, because manipulation updatable is possible, data manipulations are possible, so that's why data can be manipulated, so DML operations are supported, and data can be changes, so changing means updating, so that's why it is called updatable view is also called. Okay, right. But in this two types of views, guys, here, so you have to, okay, create a view. There is small syntax was there, create view viewing, and I want to send as you need to write your selected query. This is my view statement, guys. How we can go to create it. The syntax is there here. Okay, fine. And let me see, guys, here. Okay, let me see now how we can go to create this simple views and whatever I said to you. So security, saving, checking integrity, and complex. So let you see, I will show you practically what is what. Okay, on this we will discuss. Okay, the first one, I just come back here. Okay, let me come back and see your MyDB 6 PM database guys here. Okay, the tables, and can you see here we have one folder. The folder name is what now? Views. So this folder, if you want to expand here, but there is no, okay, user defined, and some predefined views are there in this. So these are all are called as a predefined views. So when you're installing your software, automatically these all are come to us. Okay, now, right. And now come back to here. So now I will be created my views. So here one by one example I'm showing now. First example is what now? Suppose this is my, okay, base table now. This is one of my base table. So this table I already have in the database now. Okay, the having some columns and data. So 3 columns are there in this table and 4 rows are there, and this is complete your table information. Suppose on this table, if I want to create interface, okay, if I create an interface now, so now I can give it here, the interface how to create means, let me see. But in this interface, whatever I'm creating guys here, this interface is going to be tell us to access complete table. That means the database administrators creating the complete, okay, one view structure on this table. Okay, now, so it means what now? Through that view, you can access your entire the table data. So for example, so now you can see I will be created now as our syntax create view one as select star from from DEPT table. Okay, so it means what, sir? This is called a select query, select star from DEPT. So this query are you saved under view one? Are you saved under view one? Okay, na? So the select query are you saved under view one? Okay, na? Now, so when I'm going to execute it here, this view is created successfully, and refresh my view, and you can see the view DBO view one is going to be created here. Okay, na? So this is my view is designed successfully. But in this view designing, can you see I'm using the query select star from DEPT. So here, star, what is the mean by star, guys? Okay, right. So now yes, star means all columns, right? That means in this view, what we are doing here, this through this view, you are accessing entire table we are accessing. That means in this example, I'm not hiding any column or any row data. We are not hiding complete table we are going to be sharing here. So now after created this view, later you need to test, okay, on this view here. So next what happened, the users, there is no need to interacting with my original table or main tables. So they can access, they can do their operations through a view on your base table. So direct interaction is not necessary here. And with the help of this interface, I'm interacting to my base tables. Okay. So now he will be called like this, select star from view one. Here view one means what now? View one is nothing but select star from DEPT. So whenever user is calling this query, careful observe guys here. Whenever you are calling this query, okay, So in this, whatever the view one is there, so your view one is nothing but what now? Select a star from DEPT. So that means whenever I'm calling view one, then internally this query is going to be internally executed. Okay, now. So select the star from DEPT, this query internally executed, and through this execution successfully, then finally result will come as. The result will be commas. Okay, so that means your view one is nothing but what now? Select a star from DEPT. So whenever I'm calling this query, immediately this view one is activated. In this view one, whatever you return this query will be executed, and final output will be returns. Okay, now, so this is what it was happening internal process. So now I just executed this one. See what it was happened here. Okay, then I can go for to access my entire the table. See, if I'm calling this main table, so see the main table and view table. Okay, we can't identify what is the difference here. Yeah, both are as it is. It was showing us. Okay, the both. So this is my view and this is my main table. Okay, let you find. So now this is what, and after that, when you do some operations like suppose I need to insert some data on my DPT, so I can't directly insert here. Okay, I can't directly insert here. So I will insert through my view only. Through my view only. Suppose I want to insert some data into main table, but I don't know the main table name. Okay, I don't know the main table name, so I will insert it here. Now you can see, now I'm inserting, for example, 50, and department name is database administration and Hyderabad. So here observe, this is I'm inserting now, inserting into view one and sending some data. But what I said here, whatever the data we are inserting through view, your view is nothing but what? Your view is nothing but what? View is nothing but your DEPT table. Okay. So that means whatever the data I'm inserting, this data, where it will be saved in your DEPT table, it will be saved. In your DEPT table, it will be saved. And now we can see. So now you can see I'm executing this one. Yes, one row is affected. But first of all, this view is saved under DEPT table. Now you can see DEPT table. Yes, data will be saved here. And whatever the data is successfully saved under database table, then that will be reflecting to the user. They can see user view one. Yes, view one. So now what happened, both at a time, you can see the both are, it will be reflected here. Okay. So 50 dba Hyderabad, the same data is reflecting in my view also, 50 dba Hyderabad. So by seeing of this reflection image, the user can understand that my data successfully inserted into DEPT table. They can understand it. Okay, that is called an acknowledgement, we called. So after performing this operation through view on your DEPT table, so your data successfully reaching into your table, then it was giving acknowledgement. That acknowledgement, I can see it. Yes, my data is successfully inserted. So same as guys here, even though you can do updation also. Set, and suppose I have to go for location. The location I have to change Pune, where, okay, department number is equals to suppose 50. So again, this update query is also performing because simple views are supported DML operations, so perform. And if you see the both the DEPT and view, so DEPT is showing, okay, and your view also showing same data because view is a reflection, mirror image. Okay, now, right. In the same pattern, if I want to delete now, so delete from view one, where suppose department number is equals to 50, and now I just go to executed now. So this will be happen, and now we can see the both. So data deleted from main table, and automatically the reflection will be shown in my view. So that means this is called a single table data operation. That's why it is called a simple view, and it was performing your all DML operations. So that it is called as a what? It is called as a updatable view. Also, we can call. This is one example on that. But in this table, I'm not hiding any rows and columns. Okay. Let me see one more example. So how to hiding your rows? Let me check out. So first I will showing guys here. This is a mechanism of a column level. It's a mechanism of column level. Okay, security. The column level security example you can see now. So in this case, what it was happen, you can check it out. Suppose I have a table, the select star from EMP is my base table now. So I just go to executed now. This is my main table or base table having number of columns in this table. But now I want to create my view to take my specific columns only I want to take now. So in this case, I'm using create view number 2 as suppose I'm passing EMP number, ename and salary from EMP table. That's it. So in my query, can you see in my query which columns I was mentioned in my select query? Those columns only were retrievable from EMP table. And those columns data I'm showing through my view object. Okay. Now you can go to check it out. So again, my second view is also successfully designed here, view 2. And now after that, let me come back and see your view. Then it was showing only those columns which was mentioned in my view only. See. So which I was mentioned number, name, and salary. Only those columns only visible now. Yes or no, guys? Okay, right. Only those specific. And here also very important thing is observed. So when you want to insert, for example, insert into V2. So I can send my values only for these columns data only I can send. Okay. But in my EMP table, other columns also there. But other columns data I cannot send because I don't know. It is not showing me now. So I just see it how many columns I can see. EMP number, name, and salary. So which columns it was showing in your view, those columns data only user can send. But remaining columns are
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Okay, right, guys. So guys, I'm audible. Right. So now you can see. So in this view, how many columns we design on the view. So those columns data only I can send it, but more than that columns we cannot. For example, I was given double 1 2 employee number, employee name is I'm giving you in, and salary was 6,000 rupees. For additionally, if you send anything, for example, if I send department number 10, and carefully observe guys here. So your view is having the number of columns are 3, and that my view also, okay, I was designed on 3 columns I designed. So that means a view is showing only 3 columns data showing, okay. And while you want to inserting, okay, data, you have a rights to insert only these 3 columns data only we can insert. For example, now we can see your view 2 is having how many columns guys? 3 columns. But are you sending how many values here? Come on. 4 values I'm sending. But my view is showing 3 columns, but are you sending 4 values? Let us see what it was happened to execute. It's not giving, okay, acceptance here. It was showing error. So column name and number of supplied values does not match your table definition. So that means what you understand guys here, the view, how many columns are showing here, only those columns data I can see, I can insert, but more than that column I cannot. So when I try to insert this one, what it was happened, it was showing error and come back to your main table. So the data is not inserted. As usual, we have a 14 rows. So that's why how many columns and those many values only I can. For example, now I'm sending 3 values. And for the 3 columns, I'm sending to executed here. Yes, this is one row is affected. And after that, that row you can see, okay, in my view, it was showing in my view as usual, and come back to your main table. First in main table, it was inserted. So double 2 you win and 6,000. But can you identify guys here remaining columns are, it will be showing as what now by default? What it was showing guys by default here? Nulls. Okay. For here, one more case is there. What is that case here? Observe. For example, if I come back to my EMP table, so to check out, okay, this is what my latest information I inserted. So again, suppose I deleted this record. Okay, so now I was successfully deleted now. Fine. And come to your table structure when you expand this. And now we can see columns and EMP number, e-name, and salary. But can you see guys here, all columns are, okay, accepting nulls by default. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? All columns are by default nulls, no? Yes. For in case, if I want to change, if I want to apply on my table, okay, if I want to apply like a alter table name, okay, then alter column, the column name, for example, suppose I have here, okay, one of my column, for example, department number, int, and I applied here not null. So department number column, actually by default, it is a null, but I just made it a not null now. So once I taken not null, then I refresh my column and see department number, it was taking not null now. Okay, after making this not null, okay, then we can see, now I'm going to create my view. So I just come back here, okay, and I just want to show it here, not null, and come to your views, and this view I'm deleting now. So after deleted the view 2, again I'm creating now, carefully observe. So I created, yes, again my view is successfully created now. So after created, let me see the view I'm calling here, the as usual, the 3 columns data we are getting now. And now I'm inserting double one, double two, you win and 6,000 rupees. Now what happened, you can see. But I'm sending my three columns data as usual. Okay, that's okay. But what we said, whatever the remaining columns are there in the base table, those remaining columns by default, what it was accepting, I said, come on guys, what it was accepting by default? Yeah, it was accepting nulls. It was accepting nulls. But can you see in those columns? So I'm inserting number, EMP number, e-name, and salary. Yes or no? But remaining column, e-name, null, okay, fine, no problem. Job, null, no problem. MGR, null, no problem. Hire date, null, no problem. Commission, null, no problem. But the problem is what now? Department number. Okay, so department number is saying not null. Then what it was happening, you can see too while I'm executing this query. What it was happening. What is your expectation, guys, here? This data is accepted or not accepted? What is your guessing? Come on. It is accepted because DEPT number column is having a not null. DEPT number column is having a not null. And we are inserting these three columns data. So remaining columns by default, it will take a null, but unfortunately, one column is not accepting null. Then what happened, you can see, I am executing now. So see what happening. So when you are executing here, and it was saying cannot insert the value null into DEPT number column. Okay, na? Okay, na? So this is the remaining columns in your base table. These are remaining columns in base table. I am inserting EMP number, name, and salary. That's okay. But these three columns data I'm inserting. Remaining columns, what now? So many are there. But in the remaining columns, one of the column is what now? DEPT number is what? Not null. So first time it is accepted, right? After applying not null, it is not accepted. This is what the point I said. Okay, to checking your integrity rules. Understand now? So when your base table is having any constraint, okay, and on that table, if you inserted some data through a view, the data will not satisfied by the given constraint on a base table, then data will not be accepted. The data will not be accepted. So this is what we called as here. So that means what happened? So when your base table is having not null, okay, because this is a default, remaining columns, which columns are left here? How many columns are left? I was created my view only number, name, and salary. Remaining columns, which one is left? Job left, but it is a null, accepted. MGR left, it is also null, accepted. Hire date left, but it is also accepted, null. Commission left, but it is also accepting null. But department number or column also left. But this lefting column is what it was there, not null. So that's why we cannot insert. Now we can see your main table. So the data not inserted. And you can see your view table, the data is not inserted. So understanding now? So this is what that means. If any one column should have any constraint and the column constraint value is not satisfied, then it is not allowed. Okay, na? So this is what the problem here. And suppose if you see what I said, if I'm giving here 10, for example, department number 10, I'm giving. But what I said, my view is having how many columns? My view is having how many columns? 3 columns. But are you sending how many values? Are you sending how many values? 4 values. Is it accepted or not accepted? It was showing error. See, it is showing error, not accepted. What is saying that? Column name or number of supplied values, it does not matching. Okay, na? So that's why we can't. Okay, so we removed this one. Here we removed, okay, sir, we removed. We removed here number of columns 3, number of values, okay, 3. But remaining columns are left now. The lefting columns by default, what it was take? Nulls are taking. Yes or no? Lefting columns by default, what it was take? Nulls are taking. But okay, all are taking nulls. It's okay, no problem. But one column is not taking nulls. Which column? Department number column. So which column you left here? The left column by default null, but it is showing not null. That's why what it was happened. You cannot insert that record because this is not accepting to me, and you're clearly telling the value null into column is not allowed. Because null is not allowed, clear C. Okay, we cannot insert null into column debit number. Why? Because it is a not null constant column. It is a not null constant column, so that we cannot. Okay, now understanding the integrity rules, how it is checking. Suppose if I want to change here null to null, okay, not null to null, I'm changing my column now. Careful observe. So I change here, then you can refresh your columns and see your now department number column is accepting null. Yes or no? Now it is department number null. Now it is accepting null. So your remaining columns, whatever it was there in the base table, those remaining columns by default it were taking nulls. And now here department number is also accepting null. Okay, I was changed here and let you see to insert now. Yes, this time it is accepted. This time it is accepted. And after accepted, these three columns data successfully, it will be having here. And now you can see 1122, UIN and 6000. And remaining columns, what it will take by default? Remaining columns, what it will take by default? All are will be taken as a nulls. Okay, so this is called a constants verification will be done. Okay, so this is column level example we called as guys here, and finally you can come out and see your view too, and you can see here also 1122 UIN and 6000. Okay, now so remaining column, that means in view which columns are there, only those columns data only I can access. The remaining columns I cannot access here. Okay, now I cannot access here. So that kind of example is called a column level example. This is specific columns only I can see it, but remaining columns I cannot see that. The remaining columns I cannot view it here. Okay, this is what. And the same as, okay, now we can see, okay, row level security now. So row level security, if you observe guys here, what is the row level security? Can you come out and see? For example, come back to your table. So my table is select a star from EMP. So this is my base table having so much data in this, Okay, now this is my base table. Okay, so now what I want to do from this base table, if you see the base table, and especially department number column, you can see number of employees are working in 20th department, yes or no, 10th department and 30th department. So total 14 employees, and out of 14, okay, some people are working in 10, 20, 30 also working. And one employee is null, so this department number is not confirmed here. Okay, then what it was happen, you can see on this table, suppose I created my view. So view number 3 as select a star from EMP where department number is equals to 20. So which a condition are you given guys here? Department number 20, and those people data only I can see it now. So now we can see I'm executing my view. Yes, my view successfully created, and come back to your view option. So I just refresh now. Okay, my view number 3 is created. So after created this view number 3, let me call here. So now whenever you want to call now view number 3, only those people data can see it who are working under department number 20. See, only 20 people information only I can see. But who are working in the department number 10 and 30, those people data I cannot see it. And which employee department number is a null, so that people data also I cannot see it. This is what we called as guys here, the row level security mechanism we call it. Okay, so hiding of your rows. Okay, that is one thing we can go to say this. Okay, now, right. So like we can go to create your Okay, the views, okay, on column level hiding process, row level hiding process, and without hiding entire your table can be accessed. So here three examples we discussed. In first example, complete table I am accessing here, and in this table only specific columns are accessing here, and here only specific rows are we are accessing here. Okay, now so this is what three levels we can say. And later after this, in this view, we have some options also there. Those are called as a view options. Those are called as a view options. So what is view options? Here observe. There are three types of view options are there here. The first one, it is called as a with check option is my first one. And second option, we have it here with encryption. With encryption option. Okay, and the third one, we have it here with the schema binding option. With the schema binding. Okay, so these are called as a view options. That means whenever you want to create a view on base table, so these are the three options you can go to use it. Okay, to providing some restrictions. Okay, on your view based on your base table. Okay, what is what? Let me see. First, I will show you with the check option. So with the check option, what it was happened. Now you can see. So when we created a view, okay, with check option, okay, statement, with check option statement, then what happened? Then we, okay, then we check values, then we check values with given condition in the view query at the time of view creation, or at the time of, okay, condition check with the view query. Otherwise, because I already said here. So with the check option, what it will do, when we created a view with the check option statement, then we check values with user or with user defined condition or with the given condition in the view query. Okay, for example, here also. So one example on this. Suppose one of my base table, okay, is my EMP now. So this is my base table, guys, here having, okay, so many rows in this. And now I will come to my database now. So this unnecessary one. So this is I'm deleting now. Okay, fine. So now in my table, let me check out my tables here. Okay, this is my table information right now. So now I'm giving some, okay, example of my view. So I create, okay, view, and the view name, view number 4 as select star from EMP. So where salary is equals to 3,000 or salary is equals to 4,000. And along with this, I'm applying here with the check option statement. So carefully observe, guys, here. So I'm going to giving guys here, okay, what I was given here, the create view number 4 as a select a star from EMP, where sal is equals to 4,000 with the check option statement. So that means what I'm doing here at the time of view creation, okay, I'm applying here with check option statement. So now without check option statement, if you created, then normally created your view, but data verification is not happening. Okay, but when I'm creating my view with the check option, okay, what it will do, whatever the condition are you given that, so based on this condition only value will be allowed. If the condition, if you are inserting values are not satisfied for this condition, then it is not allowed. Okay, let me see, I'm going to executing this one. So when I was executing this, my view successfully designed, guys, here. Okay, fine. The view number 4 is created now. Okay. After created, let me come out and see the view as usual. We are creating entire the table. So it will taking entire the table information now. Okay. That now it will be taking entire the information. But can you see the 4,000 data was there in my EMP table? Can you see anybody is having the 4,000 salary? Check out, guys. Anybody is having the 4,000 salary? Come on. No. So no one having 4,000 salary here. So that's why my view is created, but when view is called here, it was showing nothing data because the 4,000 salary employee is not there. Okay, let me see what it was happened. Now I'm inserting. Insert into view number 4, sending values. Employee number 1021, employee name. So you win. Employee job HR, employee MGR number. Okay, so suppose 44422. Employee hire date, for example 04-04. Okay, so in my SQL Server now 2022-04-04. Okay, next salary. See here I'm passing salary. Okay, 3,500. And commission, okay, I'm passing 200, and department number, I'm passing here 10. Okay, now, so now I'm inserting. So in my view, how many columns are there in my view? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. So view is showing 8 columns, and I'm inserting how many values here? 8 values. Okay, so now see your number of columns in view and number of values in view, both are matching now. Matching. Matching means what it was happened? It was executed, actually. It was executed. That means the row is successfully inserted. But the problem is what now? Your salary condition, my condition salary, how much I'm asking? 4,000. But your salary, how much are you given? 3,500. And now tell me, here my conditional salary, 4,000 I was given. Here my inserting salary 3,500. So 3,500 is checking with your user defined condition. Now tell me, the condition satisfied or not? Condition satisfied? No. So condition is not satisfied. Not satisfied means what happened? You can see. So view is not working. So it was clearly showing the attempted insert or update failed because the target view is either specified with the check option statement. Okay, now, so that means here you can see I will call my view is not showing any information in the view, and you can see your main table. In main table is also not inserted any record here. Okay, because my condition 4,000 I'm asking, but are you sending here 3,500? Okay, let's find. If I using here 5,000, can you insert 5,000 data? Come on, guys. Can I insert 5,000 data? No. 5,000 we cannot insert because my condition is what now? Salary is equals to 4,000. Is it here? I'm using equal operator. So salary is only 4,000 I wanted, but here 5,000. So if you try this again, it is also not allowed. Error is coming out. So for example, exactly 4,000 now. I'm inserting 4,000 now. Now 4,000 value and condition value, both are satisfied now. Your condition value and this value is satisfied now. Yes, it was satisfied. Satisfied means what happened? You can see this record is successfully executed. See, one row is executed. And can you come out and see your EMP table? So can you execute it or not successfully? Yes. 1021, you win HR 4422, some date expression, 4,000 salary, 2,000. Okay, commission 10. So your 4,000 is accepted. But 4,000 below is not accepted, 4,000 above is not accepted because my condition is 4,000. Okay, now, and same thing when I call my view, and view also you can see, yes, 4,000 is showing. Okay, now, so this is what the advantage of with check option statement. So with the check option statement means what now? So when you give some condition through, whenever you created a view, at the time of view creation, whatever the condition was given by user, so this conditional basis, your view will be check your data. Your data, whatever you inserted, the data will be checking with your condition. If it is true, accepted. If it is not true, not accepted. Understand now? So this is what we called as, guys, here with the check option advantage here. So with the check option, what it will do to check your values. Okay, to check your values. Okay, now here I'm passing. So when come to your testing level, so come to your testing level. So what you say, if I was given here 3,000, then I can say it is not allowed because my condition is not satisfied. And in the same pattern, okay, if I'm giving here 5,000, even though it is not allowed, but when I'm giving exactly 4,000, then it is allowed. Then it is allowed. Okay, so with the check option statement, advantage is what now? It will be check your data with the given condition in the view query. So if condition is true, allow your data into base table. If condition is false, your data is not allowed into base table. Okay, now? So this is with check option statement advantage and usage. Okay, and the next one is that with encryption with the schema binding. So these two options we will discuss in tomorrow's session, guys. Okay, in tomorrow we will discuss here. Okay, now, right, guys. Thank you so much.